Okay, Moneypenny, we're live. Can you hear me, Moneypenny?
Yes. We hear you.
Hold on. Question is, can I hear myself? Okay, yeah, I can hear myself. It's all good.
Yes.
All right, sorry about that, Moneypenny. All right, so I figured I'd do this really quick for like maybe an hour to
Yeah.
address this issue because it's something that needs to be addressed. It's a serious issue. It's a serious problem. And hopefully, after people finish watching this 1 hour podcast, they're going to realize that, yes, you can get charged. And depending on the judge, depending on where you go, depending on which state or which country you're in, you could do some jail time and pay. And that shit stays on your record. Cyberbullying, it's a crime. Okay? It's like you breaking the law. So people need to understand that. And we're going to talk about that here for a little bit. There he is, 008.
Oh yeah, double eight in the
Double
flesh.
08 in the flesh. How are you? How
Yeah,
are you,
not
babe?
too bad, not too bad.
So yeah, I saw the video that Brendan made,
Yeah.
and it's very disturbing that people on the YouTube are not willing to just let certain things go. And people on YouTube and on the internet, they feel, okay, let me reverse that. Let me go back and start from the beginning. Here's the issue. And I've been doing this for a long time. Okay. People on the internet, individuals on the internet, they feel that internet and the YouTube, it's some kind of a safe haven for them. That they think that, oh, I can bully whoever I want to bully. I can do whatever I want to do. There won't be any, consequences. Nothing's going to happen. People just going to turn the blind eye. They're not going to push anything. They're not going to try to do anything. If these individuals, if that's what they think, if that's their mindset, they're going to have a rude awakening. When they get somebody with subpoena knocking on their door, says you got served, show up at the court or you go to jail. And look, I don't want to see anybody go through any drama. I don't want to see anybody go through any problems. I like to have good time. I'm all about positivity. Yes, we joke around. We play pretend 007, 008. Of course, we're not part of MI6, but that's something we do to goof around, you know. But there seems to be that there's sick individuals out there. Either they're sick or they're doing this on purpose. Now, I don't know which one it is. If they're sick, well, then they should seek help. If they're doing this on purpose, they need to understand there's consequences. For everything that you do in this life, there are consequences. We're not living in some kind of a wild, purged West type of a world. Not yet. Not yet. We still live under civilized ruling of laws, and these laws have to be obeyed. So I think that YouTube also needs to be more stricter, and they need to play a much bigger role in this. Google needs to play a much bigger role in this. And other social media need to play a bigger role in this because bullying can drive certain individuals to do the unthinkable. It can lead to so many different scenarios, to tragic scenarios, to all kinds of craziness, which has been documented in the past. Now, if people want to learn about the cyberbullying, they can go ahead, they can type it in, they can search it, and they will see what it shows up with, under which section of the law and statute, and they can read about it. I'm pretty sure it's the same in the UK as it is in the United States and other countries in Europe. There's this thing called the Interpol. They can easily track people who cyberbullying through FBI and other agencies. They can track you down, and they will find you. And they will knock on your door, which has happened in the past, And some people did go to jail, and some people are serving jail sentences. So I just want to bring this up. Yes, my channel is about positivity, but I'm against cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, it's a crime, and you shouldn't use it as some kind of a fun, play around kind of a thing. You can't play around with people's feelings, people's mental health. You can't play around with that. You cannot abuse another human being. There are human rights, there's laws, and these new generation of what you call them Z's, whatever the name label they have, the generation that was born in early 2000, they need to understand it's not fun and game. You could actually go to jail because others have actually gone to jail because of cyberbullying. It's a serious thing. Me personally, it doesn't bother me. I have a thick skin.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me, but I can see how it can affect other people who are built differently. Some individuals, they have special needs. They're in disabilities. They can't handle this and process this that well because they have some disabilities, and it can affect them more. It can drive them to the depression. It can drive them to so many different dark places. And I know where this leads to. So, guys, it's the law. Cyberbullying, it's the law. And you break that law, if you're being reported, if you're being investigated, depending on the judge, depending on the court, depending on the case, you could do some jail time or pay, depending on the judge, depending on how the case goes. So please take it seriously. Cyberbullying, it's no joke. And it shouldn't be entertained. People need to really get their shit together. Because if you think that cyberbullying it's a joke, keep pushing it. And let me know 6 months from now when you're out in the penitentiary in a jail, crying and moaning in that cell by yourself, awaiting a trial. Okay? So, guys, this is a serious thing. So anyway, go ahead, Anthony, and this is regarding you, basically. I want to tell people the reason I'm doing this. I'm pretty sure all of my subscribers, they understand that cyberbullying, it's a crime. Anybody with two brain cells in their skull would understand it's a crime. Cyberbullying, it's a crime. But what they did to you, what they're doing to you, Anthony, it ain't right. Maybe you want to tell a little bit about yourself, Anthony, and your disability, so people understand, they get better grasp on your situation.
Right, so like at 3 weeks old, myself, I had heart bypass problems, and they basically, I was born in '87, and my mum took me home straight away and all that. A couple of weeks ago, after I was born, they basically said I had a defect heart, so it's something to do with the valve inside the artery itself. I'm no doctor myself. I don't know what they do and stuff, so I can't contend what that at that time because I was a baby. But what my mum gathered to tell me is that basically when they did the operation, they tried to blame her for it, to say that she kept me in a cold room, and that was because of my heart problems, which she didn't. The whole room was hot, and she had basically this woman come to the house to check on me as a baby, because you get these nurses that comes to the house from time to time to check on. I don't know what they're called, stuff, and I don't know if it's anaesthetist or midwife. I think it's a midwife. It comes to the house and they check on. So the midwife said to the social services that basically my mum didn't leave me in a cold room. The room was hot and it was right temperature, and it was boiling in there. So they said it's nothing to do with my mum. It wasn't to do with her at the time. So 3 weeks as I was born into it, 3 weeks later they rushed me to Bristol Hospital, which is up in Bristol area. So that's in Somerset. That's not too far away from where I live. And because I'm originally from Cheltenham myself, so
I didn't know that actually.
So I was rushed from Cheltenham Royal Baby Infirmary to Bristol because they had to rush me there through the ambulance. They put the alarms on the ambulance of things, and they had to rush me there. And they basically said, I've probably got hours to live. So they gave me like hours to live, basically. And I've got this scar. It goes right round from here, from my front chest to my left side, all the way right round the back. And it cuts round. It's a massive scar. And they did an operation on me at the age of 3 weeks old. And that is very, very dangerous to a baby of that age, because they had to use really small things to try and do my surgery on. And it got to that point where basically my heart stopped as they were doing I literally like went flatlined on the table.
Jesus.
On the operation table. And basically they had this preacher bloke come in, this I don't know what they call him, was it a priest or something? Comes in to my mum and says, can I say a prayer over Anthony and all that? So my mum said, yeah, anything can make him better or anything. So basically he saved a prayer over me. About 30 minutes later, my temperature went back up. It went from 0, I think, back up to the top. And like, obviously, I don't know whether that's something to do with the guy who's maybe watched over me, prayed over me. But the guy who actually did my operation, he's been taken off the babies list because he killed all these babies, not like deliberately. When he was doing the surgery, a lot of them died because of it. And that's all backed up on the website, Dr. Wishart, who did my operation. And basically, there's people before me, so I'm not like the first one that he did the surgery, which was successful. But what they've done is they stripped him off the babies unit, and a couple of years later they put him back onto the adults one. So he was doing the surgery for the adults. And obviously, if it wasn't for him doing my operation, I wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
And like, people keep saying to me, "Oh, you're faking it. You got no heart condition. You got no problem." Even my next door neighbours like moaning at me, saying, "Oh, I see you going to the gym from time to time." Well, the thing is, right, my doctors also advised me to do exercise. He said not to do too much because that can affect my heart or make it put a strain on my heart.
And you have a bicycle, right? You ride a bicycle. I've seen you ride
electric.
a bicycle.
Yeah, electric.
You're always active. You're outside doing things. I've known you now for a long time now, and I can confirm on this that Anthony's always active, doing things, riding a bicycle, out in the nature, doing other stuff, other activities. So I know that you try to be active.
Yeah, and I
Go
try
ahead.
and get as much as active as possible. But then, as obviously with this lockdown that we've had, it's put a bit of an anxiety issue on me and stuff. Because to be honest, I've had to stay in most of the time because of the lockdown, and that was quite a few months in there. And for me, normally, because of me being active all the time, and I used to go out and about a lot of times, and then put into that position where you're staying in most of the time now because of the government restrictions, it puts that anxiety issues on you. So you become more, not, I wouldn't say depressed, but you become less active. You lose more energy.
Psychological, like a psychological, like if you stuck somebody in a room and they never see the light, they never see the sun, right? This is what happens to your mind. All the things starts going through your mind, and you start going crazy.
It's like putting someone in prison, but in one of those like
solitary
confinements, and not seeing the day of light and stuff. And it kind of felt to that point. But I did like go out once in a while, or twice, 3 times a week, if I could get to that. But it was mostly just getting food. It wasn't like doing active like exercise, but I was getting mostly taxis and stuff. Or as the Americans call it, they call it cabs over there and all that. But I used to get like a lot of them from time to time. And that was actually inactive for me. I wasn't really as active as I wanted to be. But like now I'm starting to get more back on it. And then 12 months going back, I fell off my bicycle and I had this idiot who drove past me, started opening up the window in his car, and he started laughing and said, "What a dickhead." Because I fell off my bicycle and I literally landed straight on my knee, cut my knee open. And this was me when I was just about to go to the hospital to see my mum when she was in hospital at the time. So what I'd done is I got back off, I just brushed the dirt off my trousers, and just like literally I just carried on. Because then me falling off bikes, I've fallen off so many bikes all the time and stuff. It's just like second nature to me and all that. I just brush it off. It don't really bother me. Because what I've done is I hit the lamppost, and as I hit the lamppost, my my bag literally caught around the handlebars.
Oh.
It flipped me off, and then literally I landed on my right knee to it and cut my knee open. My knee's actually still in pain from that, but my left knee now is like playing up a little bit because of the.
Did you ever catch a glimpse, like a license plate of that guy, the individual who cut you off?
No, he didn't cut me off. He just got his car around, just drove around. I was on the pavement riding, so
okay,
not on the road. But he just opened up the window, saw me falling off the bike. He wouldn't get out the car and help me, and just started laughing.
What a prick!
Yeah, so I I just carried on and got back up, rode back down to the hospital, and the security guard said, "Oh my God," he said, "your knee looks a bit fucked up." He said, "Do you want to go to the accident emergency?" I said, "Oh no, so I'll just get some water when I get home and just like fucking clean myself up." I was too busy just waiting for my mum and just like seeing her at the time at the hospital because I love my mum so much and all that.
And I don't mean to cut you. People got to remember. I just want people to get the perspective.
Yeah.
Not only are you dealing through all this craziness, dealing through all this heartache, taking care of your mom and everything, but on top of all of that, you got this pressure now that here I am, I'm on disability, people are mocking me, people are dissing me, they're judging me, and my mom is dying, she's on a deathbed, and I'm going there, I'm trying to be there with her. I'm also trying to, work with my brother and families, trying to square things away. And yet, people are still, taking a piss on you, shitting on you, without even understanding your situation. I'll let you finish. I just want to point this out. This is the issue that I see with today's society. People have this cult mentality, knee-jerk reaction. Whenever they see somebody, automatically they have a knee-jerk reaction. Look at the way this guy look at his face, look at his appearance, without even trying to understand his history, what this individual has been through, what kind of pain this person had to gone through, right? This is the issue with today's society is people are so quick to judge. And that's an instant karma, in my opinion. Again, I don't wish anybody ill. I don't want to see anybody suffer. I let the universe take care of that. That's up to the universe to decide. But my God, people lately have become so out of control. And what they're doing, they don't realize. What they're doing is collecting instant karma. Maybe not right away. For some of them, it's an instant karma. But for some other people, that shit will hit them like a freight train. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so recently I just had like this message today said, it's because you've got pressure on your legs. It's because you're fat and overweight and all that. And I'm thinking, well, I'm not really worried what people are saying and shit. It doesn't really bother me because I've got a thick skin and shit. So, but I think there's like, obviously that would be paid back on them at some point. But I do believe in the freedom of speech and shit, whether it's bullying or not and stuff. To me, it's, what? You got, what? In a minute. What?
Anyway, when he comes back,
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say about people who talk about, people who are overweight, obesity, who are fat, all of these wild, nasty words. Some individuals are born with conditions, okay? And these conditions passed on through generations of the genes. I don't want to dive into too much of a scientific, point to it, but there's conditions where people cannot lose weight. There's conditions where people are just bloated and on obesity. There's nothing they can do about it. There's certain conditions, but this is the issue. We got so many dumb knee-jerk reaction individuals out there. All they do is they go to Pornhub, jerk off, and watch that shit, or they go to some other crap instead of learning, instead of fucking getting educated, using their brain to fucking get educated, to think about, hey, this person doesn't want to be like this, or this person doesn't want to look like this person doesn't want to talk like this. They had no fucking choice. Okay? That's the fucking roll of the fucking dice they were fucking given. You dumb motherfuckers. You dumb fucking motherfuckers. Whichever pimp of a mother whore gave birth to you and drop you on your fucking head. These individuals, they were born like that. That's the roll of a dice they were fucking given. They didn't ask for it. No one asked them, hey, would you like to be born like this? Would you like to live this kind of a fucking life? No one fucking asked them. That's the roll of a dice they were given. You stupid motherfuckers. Pieces of shit. You want to bully me? Bully me, motherfucker. Come to me and bully me, motherfucker. Don't bully my friends.
Yeah, just got that today too. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Beyond the.
If you want to say something, Brendan, I saw that video. It really pissed me off, man.
Yeah, I got hate for that, and then people were making fun of me because I have disability.
Yeah.
Stadia community, please leave me alone. You said I have mental issues and stuff like that. I saw the comments. I don't like that either.
We all have mental issues. Everyone's got a mental goddamn issues. Look at this fucking country. Look at this fucking world. That other fucking asshole in Russia wants to start a fucking war. This guy over here selling a fucking ice cream wants to start something. These assholes over here wearing a fucking MAGA hat want to start something. These guys over here holding a fucking ice cream, Sleepy Joe shit want to start fucking something. These guys over here fucking Me Too movement want to start something. There's a lot of fucking nutcases out there. There's a lot of nut shits out there. But that's not how we go about that. We don't go around fucking degrading another person, discriminating another fucking person. We don't do that. That's not what a normal human being fucking does. That's what a piece of shit lowlife does. A coward does. That's not what a normal human being does. A coward. A fucking coward. Faceless fucking coward does. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I get verbally abused all the time, even in the house, from my half brother and stuff. But I just take it on the chin because sometimes you have to take it on the chin and all that shit.
I know.
And I mean, it's like I go to bed sometimes.
I'm angry for you, actually. I'm angry for you because it pisses me off. You know.
But I go sleep sometimes at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night time, which is reasonable for some people who need to get up early in the morning. And I like my brother goes to me sometimes. He's not my real brother. He's on my dad's side, so it's my half brother. He calls me a lazy fat cunt because I'm going to bed at like 7, 8 o'clock at night.
But that's your brother, you know. That's different. Yeah, you know. And you know he's joking. You know that your brother's joking.
Oh no, he's not joking because his mentality. He's got
oh really?
He's got a severe mental disability. So if someone says something to him, he turns into a psycho and all that. It's like he threw my mum across the bed one day.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. Oh yeah. And he was wasting. I got you. He was wasting money left and right instead of like helping himself. Your father wanted to see him to go into a right direction, but he continuously went to different direction
and he's
of addiction.
Now he's been in care since he was 18 and stuff, and then afterwards he found my dad when he was 18, 19 years old, and we basically moved to another town so we could get away from him because he tried to rip his teacher's eye open with a chisel.
Yeah.
For telling him to sit on a table.
I got to say something. Listen, everybody who's watching this, we all have problems. No human being is perfect. Like I said this many of times, I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. But we can't walk around in this life having this knee-jerk reaction, judging other people. You don't know me. You can't fucking judge me because you don't know me. You don't know a fucking first thing about me, what I'm capable of, what I can fucking do, and who I really am. You know shit about me. But you can find out if you want to. This goes for everybody. Everyone has a knee-jerk fucking reaction these days where they want to fucking judge without even knowing who this person is or what this person's situation is. This is the issue. We need to respect one another. We need to have a fucking two-way street, not a one-way fucking street. Because if we're going to go with a one-way street, it's not going to end up good for nobody. It's only going to create more fuel to the fire. Come on, guys.
Yeah, and it's like I recently just bought that camera stand, the one where you
Yeah.
can just move around, and I just got shitted over on that with some of the people watching the stream and all that, because I said to them, "Oh, it's only £20 and all that it cost me," which is actually reasonably cheap. And then this one person says, "Oh, it's £20 of taxpayers' money."
Who gives a
I
shit?
thought,
Yeah, I
yeah,
feel
I
that.
saw that crap.
yeah.
You listen, man.
I'm gonna pull the trigger on those people.
Listen.
Oh no, there's no need to, man. There's no need to. I mean,
I already
got
pulled the
these-
fucking trigger on these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They can feel my fucking voice. And then imagine what I can fucking do if they're in fucking front of me. Thank fucking God they're not in front of me. Because I can only control myself for this fucking amount. All I'm going to say is this. Cyberbullying, it's a fucking crime. Get that through your thick... get it through your brainless, shallow head. Cybercrime, it's... cyberbullying, I'm sorry. Cyberbullying, it's a crime. You can't bully people. Even online, you can't do that. They can track you down. They can report you. They can find your IP addresses. I don't give a fuck if you're using a VPN or this or that. It might take 2-3 months, maybe 4 months. They will track you down. And they will find you eventually. And when they do, you got to go to fucking court. And then your life, it's over. It's a serious deal. Not just here in the United States, but UK and other countries. It's a universal law.
And it was this funny, strange comment, but I think it was directed at Q there and all that. He said this person put his name Cyber Scum or something. I don't know if there's one. He says, "Oh, why are you threatening to get people's addresses in your video for?" He says.
You know
He
what?
says-
I'll give you my fucking address for free, motherfucker. Just come see me tonight. Come see me tonight. Get your sorry ass tonight. Don't worry about what happens to me, what happens next. Just show up. Fuck everything else. Just show up.
I find it interesting.
I'm willing
how-
to go the distance if people want to test me. If you want to fucking test me. I've been through wars. I've been all over this fucking world. I can go the distance. Can you go the fucking distance? You can't, because you're a bunch of faceless, cowardless piece of shit motherfuckers hiding in your
People
fucking
wars.
basements. Hiding in your fucking basements. With your disposable fucking emails.
And
You
what
have
did,
no
Moneypenny
balls.
say?
Yeah. No, go ahead, Moneypenny. You were saying something.
Oh, I was going to say, I find it interesting how that one individual Anthony just mentioned, like, they must be subscribed to Brandon to see that video. Like, so they're actually actively watching.
Now, let me ask
There's
you this.
33 people and I don't know them.
They're even watching some of your videos, 007, because there was one guy in particular. Or it might have been because Anthony did the live stream that had the podcast in it. And
Well,
he
they
got,
need
like,
to come back.
comments
They need
saying,
to,
I don't like that Mr. Ford.
They need to come and see me. They need to come in and see me then. Why my comments are empty? What they're so afraid of?
Yeah.
If you want to bully me, come bully me. Go ahead. Write comments on there.
I had to shut mine off because I was getting pissed off.
Listen, I don't give a shit what they do. I don't give a fuck how many disposable fucking emails and whose fucking cousin or sister ask for to get the fucking emails. I don't give a fuck who they beg to take the fucking emails from. I will never get tired. I will dedicate my fucking life till the day I fucking die. Every single one of you. Put in fucking jail. Or in an outhouse, or whichever the fucking place they put you in. I'll dedicate. I have nothing else to do. I'll dedicate my fucking life to report you, to call the Federal Bureau, to call the cyber, bullying division, call the other agencies. I will fucking go through ends of the fucking earths. And they will get you. They will find you. And then your ass will be subpoenaed and your ass will be in the court. I don't. Just because you're in the UK doesn't mean you're safe. Just because you're in Europe doesn't mean you're safe. There's agencies everywhere, and they will find you, and they will put your ass in the fucking court, and then you can cry to your mama and to whoever fuck you want to cry to all day fucking long. Okay? So if you want to test me, go ahead, test me. Test me. I already shut down 2 YouTubers' channels. Actually, 3 of them. For discrimination. You don't hear from them anymore. Do you know why? Because they're afraid. They know that I don't fuck around. They know that I'm a serious fucking deal. I made that point in 2018, 2017. Now, me, you can say whatever the fuck you want to say to me. Doesn't bother my ass. But when you start bullying my friends, that's when it bothers me.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for that as well. But
Thank you.
also,
Me,
I
they
appreciate
can
it.
listen. They can bully me all day fucking long. I'll just take a shit in the toilet and laugh about it. I'll make money off of them. I'll make fucking money off of them. But what I don't like is that they're bullying you guys. You know, individuals, you know, who are my friends. You know, and they're trying to downgrade you to say, look at these losers. They have a mental disability, blah, 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 blah. That kind of shit. That kind of shit. Dude, that turns me into a guy you don't want to know. Trust me, even Blofeld would fucking run away from me. I mean, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to bring that beast. I hate that fucking guy. I don't want to be that beast, that fucking Bronson whatever, Tom Hardy on steroids. But when I see this kind of shit, it rages me, dude. It fucking pisses me off that there's pieces of shits. My advice to everybody who's watching this, if you see somebody do something like that, downgrade another person because of their disabilities, if you're a human being, if you are a married person, do the right thing and report these individuals. Report them. Flag them. Report them. Do the right thing. Don't play along with it. Don't fucking play along with it. Don't look at it as fun. Nothing fun about it. Laughing on someone else's disability and pain and suffering. That shit needs to be reported immediately. Alert the YouTube, alert the Facebook, whatever the fuck you got to alert to. Alert them and let them know what this individual is doing. That's unacceptable. In this civilized world with laws that we have, that's unacceptable. And I will not tolerate that. Not for a second.
It's really strange as well because I get some of these YouTubers on my channel, these viewers say, oh, well, if you could do exercise and go to the gym, well, there's nothing wrong with you. You can go and get a job. But the really funniest thing is then they say to me, well, you're supposed to do a bit of exercise to lose some weight. You should be doing some exercise. So they're contradicting themselves. It's like, you either want me to exercise because I've got a heart condition and I've got overweight and stuff and I need to lose weight and that can maybe take the pressure off my leg. And then you've got the other side saying, well, actually, if you do exercise, well, that means there's nothing wrong with you.
Well, let me see them. Why don't they show themselves? I want to see how they fucking look like. I want to see how tough they are, these motherfuckers.
No videos.
Yeah, they have no videos. They got nothing. What do you got to hide? Everything, right? But they want to talk about you because they're too fucking stupid. They're too fucking lazy to get a goddamn job. They have no skills. I came here from a fucking war-torn country, and still, to this day, I never asked anybody for this. No one gave me this. I did it all myself. I'm not saying this to brag about it, but, you can get a job if you're not a lazy cunt, right? You guys have an excuse. You have disability. You can't do what you want to do. You have disabilities. And that's why you're covered by disabilities. Not just in this country, but other countries, they have disability laws.
And there's this friend that said to me last night, He said, well, why don't you prove to them that you've got a disability? Well, I don't have to prove anything to them at the end of the day. I've got heart problems. What do they want me to do? Put my medical history out on fucking
Exactly.
YouTube? That's private and confidential between me and my doctor.
You don't owe him. You don't owe anybody. Listen to me, Tony. You do not owe anybody any goddamn explanation for anything. What you can tell him is this: how many holes do you have? Shove it in or suck it.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want to do with these two middle fingers. I don't know how many holes they have. Maybe they got 6, 7, 8, 12 holes. I don't know. And they can stick it, whatever they want to stick it. So you're not obligated to explain yourself to anybody. Zero. The only explanation that I could give about these people is that they're truly losers, like natural born losers, lowlifes, cowards, pieces of shit. You know, they never went out of their fucking zip code. They never went to see the world. They never went out to the fucking forest, just like Joe Rogan never fucking went out to look for Sasquatches himself. That's a whole different subject. But these are the individuals who are truly losers, big time fucking losers. They don't know what it's like to be in a fight. They don't know what it's like to have a bullet scrape your thighs and to feel that burn and bleed constantly. They don't know what it's like to get stabbed and how that feels. They don't know what it's like to have a constant pain, to have your fucking jaw broken, constructive surgery, and the eye socket like I had here. They don't know anything about anything. They've never been through anything in their life. They don't know what it's like to feel the detonation blast of mortars, of 155 millimeter mortars in Sarajevo. They don't know what it's like to feel any of that. They've never been anywhere. They've never been to war zones. They've never been to anything. All they do is they sit in their little fucking jailbreak
bathroom.
Go ahead. In their little jailbreaked phones, little basement babushkas, and that's all they do. And they hide behind that shit, you know. But I don't know how long they're going to hide. But you guys, listen. Here's the message. Some of you are not doing your due diligence. You have to report these individuals. It's not fun, because if you don't report these individuals, then you become part of the problem too. Then you're saying it's okay. I'm okay with this, laughing about some disability individuals. So what does it say about the people on the internet, right? That we got some really, really sick, twisted people. If they're okay with that, to laugh about it, you know. So do your due diligence and report individuals who are discriminating and who are bullying another disabled person. So do that. If you're going to do me a favor, do that and report these individuals.
Yeah, and it's this video I done earlier today. This guy sends me a message, the same cyber scum bloke. He goes, at the start of the video, he said, you did this fake pain sound. What fake pain sound? I'm actually in pain. I'm taking like painkillers for it. So obviously it's healing a little bit, but you still get like a little twitch in the pain in the leg and stuff. So, and then he goes, he said the fake pain sound, and it's so obvious. You went to Burger King not 4 months ago without any pain. So I mean,
who cares even if you did go to Burger King? Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
We have a vegan thing at Burger King.
Yeah, I have vegan things.
Yeah. But even if you did, who cares? It's your life. It's not their life, you know.
I don't understand why the comments that are abusive get so many likes. So they're like,
Because they're losers. They can't make any money. Moneypenny, you know, unlike, you know, you can, you know, we can, they can't make any money. So what they do is they're jealous. They're jealous losers. They've never done anything in their life. And they want to blame everybody else but themselves. It's the generations of victims, fake victims, you know, playing a fake victim. They have all the opportunities I have, you have, everybody else have, but they choose to be lazy. They choose not to do anything. They think that there's, I don't know, some kind of a shortcut to success where you can just, kick back, relax, and the money's going to come. It's going to pour down like a rain. That's what these individuals are. And of course, they're cowards and they're using the internet because they know the only way they can stroke their little peepees it's by hiding, behind these disposable emails. In a real life, on the streets, I guarantee you, they will never approach me. I'll put 100 right now. 100 quids right now. They will never approach me. Guaranteed.
Yeah. It's like this friend of mine, he goes to me, he goes, well, you could do these like things with Unity and stuff on there, so you should be able to get like yourself an office job and all that. But then as I do that as a sort of fun and stuff on there, because obviously mind keeps active and all that. And I feel there's some days where I don't upload content. Sometimes I do it 4 or 5 days, not without putting content on my YouTube. And on those some days, my legs or back's hurting, or I'm not feeling well, or the anxiety kicks in, and I'm in bed for like 2 or 3 days straight. So there's usually it's up and down. Anxiety doesn't just have like where it's balanced. Sometimes it's unbalanced and it goes up and down all the
I
time.
know all about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. We're all humans. Sure. Some people handle certain things differently than others. Some people cannot handle anxiety. They go into a panic attacks and they can't catch a breath. And that's a very scary feeling. So there's people with, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, where they hear these voices and whatnot. We're all dealing with something. None of us is perfect. I'm not perfect. I had flaws, and I'm not sugarcoating my flaws either, but we're not bothering anybody. We're just having a good time. We're trying to be positive. Yes, somebody says, but why are you guys using fictional characters? So what? I mean, Daniel Craig is playing a fictional character. So what? Can we play him too? So we're not harming anybody. We're not, Metro Goldwyn Mayer's not coming after me. Oh, geez, why are you a fan of Bond? Summon you right now, right? So we have a little fun. I call Moneypenny. Of course, that's not her real name. I called, Tony Kenneth Bishop, 008. I called the Brendan Q. So what? We're having a little fun. It's
People
not
don't
hurting
wanna watch
anybody.
it. They don't have to watch it, do they?
You don't have to watch it. If it bothers you, I tell people, if it bothers you, or if my face, my 2 eyes, my 2 beautiful blue eyes, if they're bothering you so much, don't watch me. There's plenty of other geezers. You have a choice. Actually, here's a good thing. On internet, guys, you have a choice. You have a damn choice. You don't have to watch me. You can block me. Actually, you can filter Mr. 4K Upscaler so I never show up on the YouTube. Actually, you can do that. But no, they still want to come here. They still want to say something. And they want to bother my friends. And I hope that's not because of me that they're doing this. That's what I'm afraid of.
So you might have a dodgy person in your chat as well.
Well,
Green Grugger.
I don't know.
But
To be honest,
one of them come in.
And the reason why I like sort of
Moneypenny.
I followed you on your
Yeah.
YouTube channel is
Yeah.
because I love the way you love films and like
Yeah,
entertainment
yeah,
and gadgets, and that's my interest on it. And this friend of mine says, "Oh, you got a fascination with Mr. 4K." He said you really look up to him and all that. So what? It's
So
like,
what? Who gives a shit?
You got to look up. You got to look up to someone.
I look up actually to you guys. I look up to Moneypenny. I can't wait to talk to you guys again. You guys are like a family to me. I
Same.
value, and I worry about you too, because I value you guys. I value our friendship. It's more important than all this other crap I have. You actually can burn it tomorrow. Not going to bother me one bit. Believe me. I'll get something else again. I'll buy whatever I need to buy. I don't care. Material can burn today. I'll get some other material tomorrow. I don't care. But I value the friendship. The people whom I associate myself with, I value that. That's where my value comes in. I value that, the friendship. So what? If I look, okay, so I grew up watching Bond movies. It's no secret I love Bond. Okay, maybe some people didn't know. Now they know because my father loved James Bond. Everything regarding British, English, he was into that. He even went there as an architect, and believe it, where he went, Liverpool. That's why everybody hates me now from Liverpool. This is way back, like in the 80s. So when Margaret Thatcher was there and all that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyway, he was always fascinated by two things: Bond, Sherlock Holmes, and Western movies. Like Cowboys and Indians. But Bond was always like in my face. When I learned how to walk, I saw Sean Connery. That's the first thing I saw. Doctor No, and then Goldfinger, and then all the other movies, that he did. And Thunderball, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was raised that way. Yes, but you're not. People say you're not British. Of course I'm not. I wasn't born in Britain, but my father introduced me to this franchise of movies, and I fell in love with it. So, so I'm supposed to like apologize for being a fan. I mean, think about think about how insane this is. Think about where we are. That I have to apologize that I love Bond movies because I'm not British. And I'm from your perspective. Tell me, Anthony. Tell me, Moneypenny. I mean, Katie. Isn't this insane? Isn't this like lunacy at its worst?
Crazy. I mean, I've been a Bond fan since I was a wee little baby, since I was in diapers and all that. And I think my first James Bond film I ever watched was actually Doctor No, and it was on a TV, and I thought, wow, brilliant film.
Same thing with me, man.
The one I watched first was The Spy Who Loved Me, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Spy Who Loved Me. Roger Moore.
Yeah.
Was that Roger Moore? Yeah. That was great. Yeah. And look, this is insanity. That people are judging us. They don't even know us, man. They're
Well,
like
they don't even have to be here. The glorious thing with YouTube
Yeah.
is you can
Somebody wrote
watch.
something.
Why would you watch someone you don't even agree with what they're saying? I don't understand.
Yesterday, Moneypenny, by accident, I asked my iPhone 11 Pro Max, tell me about Mr. 4K Upscaler. She was like, just a moment. And then she pulled up some stuff about me. And then the first headline that says on the search engine, Mr. 4K goes to war against the YouTube and Stadia. Ooh. I was like, what? When the hell did this happen? Is there another 4K I don't know about? What the hell is this? I do feel like Bond because I feel like they are being framed. Like Blofeld is framing me. Like architecting me into this thing that I'm not, And it's really, I mean, we'll laugh about these movies, but actually it's a reality. The people are like that. People are really twisted, man. Something happened to people after 2012. I don't know what it was. Some weird shit happened to people. I can't understand it. I really can't, Tony. I mean, 008 and Moneypenny.
Yeah. And actually, if you think about it as well, what month are we in at the moment? We're in January. And guess what's happened in January is actually, I think Mercury's supposed to be in certain area where it's actually making people go crazy.
Yes.
And I think that's what it is. I think this is why we've got all these people on YouTube. I think it's gone with their lunacy and stuff on there. It's like literally having an effect with them.
Yeah. You guys met some of the people I brought here. You saw Cameron. Me and him had a falling out, and now we're friends because we're both mature, And like I told Cameron, even like I told Emma, Emily, I told her, I'm all about positivity. I don't care about what you did previously, what your life was. Okay, we all did things in our lives we're not proud of. I'm not here to judge. The reason I started this 2022 doing this podcast is because I wanted to shed a positive light with all of this negativity that's out there. Because there's so much negativity out there. I'm trying to shed some positive light. But no matter how much positive light I shed here, I see that people are just like a magnet towards the darkness. and the treachery of this ridiculous mindset that they have, attacking another person, bullying another person, discriminating another person, judging another person, making bullshit lies about another person. This is not normal. This is not good. This is not good. In general, it's scary. It's a lunacy. It's a straight out of Gotham City asylum. You know. You know what I mean?
I'm going to piss some more people off about this month because in actually about a week or something, I'm going to get myself a mobility scooter for myself. So
Nice.
Because of my leg and stuff. Because that way
I'm glad you got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm awesome.
I'm going to go down to the gym, but I'm going to actually ride on the mobility scooter and then do my exercise. So that way I don't waste too much energy.
You need to record that. You
Yeah.
need to, attach a GoPro, like a front, back, sides, and put it out there and put out there. I'll share it.
Yeah.
Do it like every day. You do that video, like a daily vlogs with your scooter, just to
Yeah.
piss off these wankers.
Yeah, I'm going to get like a little canopy as well because it pisses down with rain, so that way it
Exactly.
keeps me covered over.
This is really, this is crazy that I even have to address this. This shows you where we at. And that's why I'm not laughing. Normally I would be laughing, I'd be smiling. But this is not a laughing matter. This is some insanity fucking thing we're dealing with here. The fact that I even have to address this insanity, it shows you where we are as human beings. We're not in a good place. This is not a good place. This is not normal. This is bad shit, fucking crazy, Gotham City Asylum. Arkham Asylum at its worst. I don't know how else to call it. It's insane. Like, you're not doing anything to anybody. You're minding your own business. You're not the only bloke in UK that has a disability. There's a shitload of people out there with disabilities, just like here in this country.
I have disability.
You have disability. We all have. I mean, there's people have. I mean, Q has disabilities. What are we supposed to do? Apologize? This is the roll of a dice I was given. Like I said earlier, no one asked you before you're born, hey, would you like to live this kind of a life? Okay, would you like to choose? Okay, before you're born, before you climb out of your vagina's mother, here's the list of choices you have. Pick and choose. No one asked me that. No one asked you that, right?
Out.
Yeah. No one asked you Moneypenny, right? Well, they did give you money in a penny, right? That's the first thing you saw.
Money in the penny.
But no one asked you, hey, I would like to be born like this. I would like to be in these kind of conditions. All right? No one's asking you. You have to, so hold on. You have to apologize for the shitty roll of a dice that you were given by the universe. If that's not bad shit, fucking insanity crazy, then I don't know what the fuck is. And if only 4 of us are the only on this island in this godforsaken planet, then so be it. Then everybody else is fucking batshit crazy then.
And the strange thing as well with all this stuff going on, apparently you have to look disabled because if you've not got it internally, like if you've got an internal disability, it's invisible and all that, you're not disabled. And it's like this one person says, well, you don't look disabled. You look normal to me and all that, but because you look normal, and I do videos on my YouTube and I look normal to everybody else, doesn't mean that, oh, I'm not normal because I've got a heart condition, it's all internal. What they do with the internal heart, what, do you want me to pull it outside? Do you want me to rip it out my chest and say, look, this is bad and all that? This is a bad heart.
I'm trying not to laugh because it's not a laughing matter, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost, I feel like a joker, like the laughing tick. Because I can't fucking believe that we've been talking about this, man. I feel like I'm in some different dimension. It wasn't like this in the 80s. Even during that war, the god-awful war I was in 90s, people still had some principles and morals, man. Even in the late 90s, there was some principles and morals, But right now, I mean, absolutely, it's just... I don't even know how to call it, I mean, how do you describe it? Like this new normal.
It sucks.
I have no words. To me, this is like a phenomenon, some kind of like a unknown phenomenon, pandemic or some shit. I don't know.
And what is normal nowadays and stuff? Like, normal is what we make it.
Yeah. I mean, why is it so difficult for people to be? I mean, if you can be happy, maybe something's wrong with you. I always tell people, if I'm gonna listen, if you can respect yourself, how am I gonna help you? You know, there's a guy I don't want to talk about. And I know who this is. This kid, not the other kid, but this other kid out there in Northeast Rhode Island, and I wish him all the best. And like I said, I hope he takes care of himself. But some part of me feels that you really can't help certain individuals. Like there is no help. Like there is no cure. Because if you can, if you can respect yourself, then how do you expect others to respect you? How do you expect others to help you? If you're not willing to respect yourself, then I don't know how to call that. I don't know. I don't know what kind of psychiatrist you would need for that. I don't know. Some people really, man, some individuals are beyond help. Sadly, they're beyond help.
They're long gone.
They're long gone. You know, I don't know what caused it. I don't know who was the person or individuals that brainwashed that person or injected that person with some indoctrinations of some lunacy. But unfortunately, some people that cannot be helped. You know.
No.
You know what I mean? Because you got to be willing to help yourself first. You got to say, first you have to look at yourself in the mirror and you have to address, you have to say, hey, what's wrong with me? This is wrong. The way I'm conducting myself, the way I'm talking to people, the way I'm treating people, this is wrong. You know. So first you have to acknowledge that as a person before you can have someone else help you or other people open the doors and help you. You know. That's the first step that a person needs to do, to acknowledge, oh my God, I really am batshit crazy. I got to do something about this. And there's help. There's help out there. But you got to be willing to be open and honest about it. You got to acknowledge it first, that you have problem, that you got this issue. And people will help you, but you got to be honest about it. You got to open up. You got to say, I need help. I'm long gone. I need help. That's where it starts first. But these individuals are not doing that. They're not even acknowledging that they have this issue, that they have a problem. And that's the problem in the society today. They're keeping it quiet and they're not even acknowledging that they have a problem, you know.
What do you think, Moneypenny, yourself?
Huh?
Oh yeah,
What do you
Moneypenny.
think yourself?
What in terms of the bullying?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
bullying.
in any form, in any form.
Well, I just kind of I look at some of the comments that they do, and it's just like they try and defend themselves, saying, "Oh no, we're just constructively trying to say this." Like they're trying to actually play it down.
That's the
And
worst part.
Yeah,
Is they're trying to,
justify it.
justify it and brush it down, underneath the rug.
Yeah,
That's the issue. And
it
then
really
other
hurts
people,
me to see, like,
yeah.
you know,
And then,
there's so many individuals that are just misinformed. They don't, they think they know everything, basically. They think they know what's best for everybody. And they just try and preach that they know what's best. And, oh, you should get a job because if you can do that, then you can get a job and all that, blah, blah. And they don't know the situation. They don't even probably have a proper life. Why are they on someone's YouTube channel who they don't actually, you know, they're not actually commenting anything good? What's the point of them even being on that channel, even watching those videos, if they've got a problem with it, you know? Like, I don't understand why
exactly.
they can't just, you know, go and watch videos of things they do like. Why they've got to, try and put someone down and tell them what to do.
That's the mystery of this whole thing, Moneypenny. It's just that's what I don't understand. Like, what happened to people? Like, what happened? Something happened here. He wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. In my 43 years, I
I
can
think
tell
it
you.
might be social media, like
I think internet
easy
changed the people.
access to somebody that you can just abuse someone or bully someone with just a few clicks, a few types of a keyboard. And it's just
You,
that power people just live off, I think.
Moneypenny and Double O 008.
Yeah.
Jordan. You know who Jordan Peterson is?
No,
He's a psychologist. He's a doctor, PhD psychologist, and he said the internet has really changed people
yeah.
for the worse, for the worse.
Because
And I agree.
what's
Yeah,
the coincidence of when you say people changed after 2012? Well, social media became so big
yeah.
after 2013. You think YouTube, the monetization, TikTok, all these things, Instagram, they all just became bigger in that time. And the bigger they
And
get, the worse it's going to get.
and when they look at like YouTube and they look at these people living in a van, all this bullshit, and they think, oh, I need to look up to this person. I need to be like that. But they don't bother to stop to ask, hey, this person probably has the money. Probably her boyfriend is there. She's not sleeping in that van. She goes to a hotel, comes back again, make it look like she woke up there. They're not asking questions. They're not thinking. They're just seeing and they're registering,
Yeah.
but they're not thinking. Like, hey, this is bullshit. This is not how it is in real life, right? It's too dangerous to be fucking traveling with a van, to live in some parking lots. That's not a way to fucking live. There's nothing cool, fun about there. All kinds of creeps out there. But see, that's the thing. What people see on the YouTube, on the internet, that's what registers to them, and they think this is the way you should live. You should have a perfect six pack, perfect teeth, perfect skin, perfect blue eyes, perfect everything. You need to hold yourself to those standards. And they think that's how you should be. So if you look any different than that, then they think something's wrong with you. You're a freak. You
An
must be.
outsider.
Yeah, you must be a freak. Why you have an orange hair? Or red hair? You're a freak. Or like, why your eyes are blue? Why you wearing this white sweatshirt? You freak. Why is Moneypenny have that woof woof there? That's a freak. Why is Q wearing a glasses? That's a freak.
Yeah.
So that's the way they look at things. There you go.
And why's 008 got a ginger beard? He looks like a troll.
Exactly. That's it. I look like an old geezer. Yeah, but see, that's my whole point. It is ridiculous what internet has done to people, and people now think. To this generation, you know what's funny? Even to the adults, it's not just we always like to say teenagers. Yes, of course, it's always going to be easy. Target's going to be teenagers because they don't know which side of the pen smells the worst. So what they see is that what they think. But we also got adults. Look at the adults. MAGA this, Sleepy Joe here, this whatever, right? Green party, that party, this party, blah 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 blah. Me too, you too. All this shit, right?
Oh, welcome back.
Look at the adults. Look at the adults. So this is random. This is rampant. This is rampant. This is everybody. This is the entire world, man. At this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty sad. Brendan, you want to say something?
You keep bullying me and Tony and Mr. 4K and Moneypenny. I'll show you my black belts. I'll show you who I am. I'll come to you. Because I have a cousin that's a cop. I'll meet you and we'll talk to you. We'll tag team on you. But
Hey, look.
you gotta stop this. You gotta stop the bullying.
Brendan, Q.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do that. I condemn anybody using violence against anybody.
Yeah.
Violence not an
Same.
answer. Yeah,
Same.
Somebody's
violence.
gonna attack me.
Violence not an answer. I'm always about positivity, positive things,
The
because
reality is,
yeah, the
mhm.
reality of the world is, there's people out there. They're packing heat. They're gonna pull up something, and you don't. God forbid, it's crazy out there. It's a wild, wild west. They're all like a bunch of cowboys now running around. Really, you gotta be careful. So, and of
Alright.
course, in UK, they're using swords and whatever. Go back to the old knights. With the knives and all that shit. So it's crazy. It's crazy everywhere. So I condemn any kind of violence. I'm all about positivity. The only reason I'm making this podcast is to tell everybody that cyberbullying, it's a crime. And if you don't want to do the time, then don't do the bullying, because they have some strict laws put into place. You could spend 6 months and 12 months, maybe even a year and a half. But that year and a half, you'll be bleeding from the asshole, because you're going to be with some guy named Jamal that's going to use his 24-inch ding dong up your ass. It's not going to be fun. So,
They're going to turn you over.
And then you can cry to your mommy or whatever. What I'm trying to say is this: cyberbullying, it's a crime. I don't tolerate, I condemn any kind of cyberbullying, threats, violence, discrimination, any kind of that stuff. I have zero tolerance for.
Alright.
Racial slurs, anything. I have zero tolerance for that. I don't allow that. I don't for 1 second allow that. And I have proven in the past how quickly I act on it. I don't know if you guys remember. I was doing a train simulator, and we were as I was doing this live stream, some blokes from Balkan region, they came in and they start saying some racial slurs, about the train and why it's so dark in there, why there's no lights, and they were making some racial slurs. And guess what I did? Not only did I report them, but I also deleted that video, and I made another video after that to apologize to everybody who was watching that. I'm sorry that you had to hear this, that some clowns came in and they said that and they typed it in. So I act very quickly when it comes to these things, because I don't tolerate that crap. And I think you know me, Tony. You know me, Brent. I mean, even you, Moneypenny. You've seen my videos. I've zero tolerance. I've like zero flat tolerance for that kind of nonsense. We're all human beings, and we all shall be treated with the same respect. We're all created equally, just like Abraham Lincoln said. We're all created equally. We're all humans.
Yeah.
We all have equal rights.
And this cyber scum just sent a message about 48 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He goes, because this friend of mine puts comments on Charlie Talk, but sometimes he puts some really nasty stuff on there. But I
He's
just
not a
said to
friend,
him,
I don't think.
yeah, I mean, he lives by me, to be honest. He lives in my town, to be honest, Charlie Talk. He says the comments were removed. You talk about free speech, yet you're deleting people's comments. Well, sometimes it deletes automatically. And I said to him as well, I do have moderators on here taking care of
That was
business.
probably me, deleted those.
It's probably her, too.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's another issue that shows you the stupidity of these clowns. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can discriminate. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can threaten people. Freedom of speech has its consequences as well. Yes, you can say what you want to say, but there's consequences for that. That means it means you're not protected. You need to distinguish the difference between being able to say how you feel about something versus you discriminating someone.
Ooh.
This is a discrimination. When you discriminate somebody, that's against the law. Hello? Knock, knock. Anybody there? Why don't you learn about the statutes of law and then come back here and then talk to me about the freedom of speech? All right? That shows you the stupidity. They don't even know who was the second president of the United States or a third. They don't even know how the House of Lord Chambers works, and they don't even know. They don't know anything. Nothing. Zero education. But they're gonna talk to me about freedom of fucking speech.
I believe it to an extent, because at the moment, I mean, I say extent, it's very, very faint. It's really on that like grey area. If someone goes over that grey area, then and they push their limits, then they should get their comments taken down.
Of course, it's a respect. The word respect. Listen, you can disagree with me. Look how many episodes I have done on a podcast. I'll let people say what they want to say. Even the guy Demon, when he came in about the vaccines, even though it cost me a strike, but I let him say what he wanted to say. He's a microbiologist. I'll let him say what he wants to say. It doesn't mean that I agree with everything he says, but we do it respectfully. When we have these conversations, we do it respectfully. That's what it's about. It's about respect. And if you can respect me, and you're going to start discriminating me based on how I look, based on my skin color, or the way I am, the way I talk, the way my eyes are, then fuck that. We cannot move forward with that shit. That's why we have these laws put into place. For that reason. But that's the issue. These individuals, they act stupid as if they don't know how these laws are. They know. But that's why they hide. That's why they hide. I guarantee you they'll never approach me in a person to say that shit to me, because they don't know what's going to happen in real life. Anything could happen in real life. And they don't want to take that fucking risk. It's comfortable to sit somewhere far, far away, some cave out there or whatever, Babushka's cave or Babushka's basement, middle of nowhere, with your disposable fake emails, and then say whatever the fuck you want to say. That makes you a real fucking tough guy. No, that makes you the biggest coward on this planet. Worse than a cockroach. Actually, I'll give a cockroach a little bit more respect than you. I'll put it that way, actually. At least cockroach shows.
Don't answer that.
At least cockroaches comes out of the hole once in a while. These babushkas fucking hiding in their basement never come out of the fucking basement. So you can see how they fucking look.
There's a different kind of cockroach in this state.
I was going to say as well, one of these viewers, I actually grew up with him at school and all that. We used to go to school together and stuff, this one viewer and all that. But he hasn't put anything on for like a couple of weeks, this one friend. Well, I'd say friend, but he keeps on about saying, oh, well, he goes, why don't you get a job and stuff instead of spending like taxpayers' money? And like, I'm thinking, well, he went to, and I said to him, well, so I'm disabled. I went to my disabled school and all that. And he goes, well, same. He said, we went to the same school. He said, but I go out working and all that. I'm disabled, but he said, I still work. But that's the thing, everyone's different. Everyone has different disabilities. You can't say one person's much healthier because they've got maybe a different disability. They could even have it even worse than me.
Man, this gotta be. Look. Every generation is different. Every generation is different. I get that. I understand that. And I can tell you how the generation in the 60s was with the hippies, generation in the 40s, generation in the 30s and 70s and 80s and 90s. But my God, this early 2000 generations that was born in early 2000s, like 2005, 2006, or 2004, or 2003. Or even 2002. Man, I don't know what this is about. This is the most bizarre, strange, out there generation I have ever seen. I don't even know what they're about. Like, what are you about? Like, what is it you want? What the fuck you want?
They want to take over the world. That's what they want.
Well, it's a huge fucking line of crazy people you have to stand in front of. Because they all tried that shit and didn't fucking work. It ended up badly for them. So good luck with that. You know.
Yeah. And then I go into big screen a lot and I talk about different topics on different conspiracy theories like the ice giants and stuff, and they
Yeah.
think you're crazy and shit. But I said to them at the end of the day, that's my
Don't watch
opinion
it.
on it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, don't
You
watch
know?
it.
Well, they could just turn their heads off.
Yeah, if you don't believe in what I believe, then don't. Too bad. That's your problem. I don't give a shit. That's your problem. Go cry to your mama. Go cry to whoever. Or maybe you
said to
can.
my friend, I said to my friend the other day, I said, "Well, what do you believe in, like aliens?" And because I believe in aliens, he said, "Yeah, I believe in aliens." He goes, "But the thing is, you don't believe in shapeshifters and all that." Well, the thing is, if you got the shapeshifters on this planet, right, with us, well, technically they would be alien to us, wouldn't they?
Yeah. So it's technically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's unknowns. Anything that's alien, it's unknown. Even Sasquatch, it's alien to us because it's unknown. It hasn't been discovered yet, so we know nothing about them.
Yeah.
So they're all aliens. They're all extraterrestrials, as far as I'm concerned. But you see, they have no education. I mean, that's the worst part. All they do is sit in front of these webcams or these porn models or whatever the fuck, simping all day long. That's all they know, to simp. They have zero fucking education about anything. Zero experience on anything. Their experience, it's in the palm of their hands, in the damn phone. That's their experience, holding the goddamn phone.
If you got an education, you get it right here on your phone,
Shit,
dummy.
They gotta ask Siri to find out about anything.
I was watching.
No, I don't have that. I don't have the series.
Actually, have you ever watched that TV series Red Dwarf with Craig Charles?
I've
No,
seen
I
that
didn't.
one episode of that. That
One
was
episode.
really
Well,
good.
the guy who plays his name's Craig Charles, the film actor. He played in Coronation Street for a while, a TV soap in the UK. But now he's doing this new science fiction TV documentary where he's trying to get scientists to find out whether these are aliens flying in the sky with UFOs and stuff. It's a really good documentary. And it's like basically he's trying to find out if they are real or not. And
Oh,
some
interesting.
scientists have been saying, yeah, they can't sort of like say it's not real or not real, or if it is and all that, but it's just one of those things.
Is it on BBC or is it on America's BBC?
I think
American?
it's on Sky. I think actually Sky Plus. Hang on, where is it? Sky
I'm very
One. I think.
interested into aliens.
Craig.
I'm gonna
Charles.
check it on the YouTube. I'm sure it's out there somewhere. Yeah.
UFO.
Someone
Series.
probably uploaded it in like a 480p.
Oh, it's called UFO Conspiracies, Sky History TV channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that, do I?
Craig Charles' UFO Conspiracy follows a sci-fi favourite and long-time UFO enthusiast, Craig, and astrophysicist Sarah as they scrutinise compelling evidence relating to some of the most perplexing UFO encounters of recent years, revealing never-before-heard testimonies and videos that have never been shown on TV before to separate facts from fiction and unexplained aerial stuff.
But to get to your point, Tony. Of course, we're not talking about aliens on this podcast. But to get to your point is, who cares what I believe in? That's my business. It's not your business. I can believe whatever I want to believe, but that's my business. That's what freedom and democracy means.
Yeah.
Those are my beliefs. They're not yours. That's why they're mine. I don't give a rat's ass if you like it or you don't like it. Those are my beliefs.
Yeah.
And if my beliefs bother you, well, I don't know. Too freaking bad. I don't know. Go shove a dildo up your ass. See how that works. I don't know. Maybe you believe in that. Or whatever the hell is that you fancy. What is this? This is the insanity that has happened to people right now with this generation. They all want you to drink their Kool-Aid. Like they want you to believe what they believe. They want you to join this flag.
Drink their piss.
Yeah. They want you. Yeah. And like they want you to eat what they eat. They want you to smoke what they smoke. They want you to dress the way they dress. They want you to watch the same TV shows they watch. They want you to like the same shit they like. Well, what the fuck is that? I don't want to live in that kind of a world. Shit, I mean, I would beg for aliens to come down, pick me up, Come on, let's go.
Probe you.
Please, I'll pay. Shit, I'll even pay them. I don't know, PayPal or whatever the fuck, just something out there. Hey, Zeta Reticuli, here you go, sending the payment of how much, 3,000 pounds or $3,000. There you go. Come pick me up tomorrow at this whatever Mount Shasta Hill, whatever, out there in the desert, and pick me up, and that's it. Midnight, perfect. I'll be there. I'll be waiting. Cheers. Someone will drop me off by helicopter and gone, whatever. Yeah.
Actually, and a really funny thing as well. The other day I was in big screen, and I used the C word, and apparently it pissed off two women in there. Two American women, and obviously they were like sort of friends I was talking to.
Yeah.
And I said to them, at the end of the day, right, if I use these words and stuff and all that, like the C word and all that, I'm not going to say it on here, obviously, because I don't want to get channel basic taken down.
Yeah.
But you know the C word anyway.
Of
they
course.
said, a lot of the American women don't like it because apparently it's because it's down there. I said, well, I'm not even talking about that. I said about the C word because I was talking about that new series, Afterlife. With that new series he's been doing, Ricky Gervais, he's got a new series over on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I said there's in season 1, he said to that little kid, because this little kid goes to him and calls him the P word, saying he calls him pedo and all that. And then he goes up to the kid with the hammer and he says, "Oh, if you call me that again," he says, he said, "you chubby little C word." And he says, "I'll get this hammer and I'll smash your face in with it." But it was like a joke because he's supposed to be depressed. And that's the whole series.
You know what's really sad? I wasn't even born in this country, but I'm probably more American than any of them, especially these women here. Okay, and I was born in Sarajevo in Bosnia, and even though I have no accent, like I could definitely pass on for the American easily. What they don't understand is this: this is the lack of education in this country. When we say the word "C," we're trying to describe a shitty person. When someone is shitty, like using the word low life. Low life means a shitty person. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin, has nothing to do with your sex. It just means you're a shitty person, a shitty individual. So if you are a shitty individual, and we use the word C, which I cannot say it here, that's what it stands for. It has nothing to do with your vagina. Okay? It has to do with you being a shitty person. And it's been used in UK for decades.
Yeah.
As far as I can remember, right? Even when I was watching Train Spotting, man, we're using the word C constantly in that movie, man. Are you a proper C? Oh, you bloody, whatever, and they say. But anyway, you're taking a piss, you see.
And it's like because we have like cigarettes in the UK, but for us usually we say the F word and all that, and apparently that means something of someone else's sexuality and stuff. But then is in the UK it means gay. But then is like when we use it to say cigarettes, and then the Americans say, well, you can't say that because that actually is homophobic. I said, well, no, it means cigarettes.
I laugh my ass off. These Karens or whatever, they all like Guy Ritchie movies. And Guy Ritchie movies, they're full of C word, right? C word is just being used left and right. But it doesn't seem to bother them, right? Didn't bother them back then. Even in Layer Cake, when younger version of Daniel Craig in Layer Cake, when he used the word C plenty of time in that movie, didn't bother them. They were okay with it because they found him attractive. Like, it's all right. Doesn't bother me, right? But now, all of a sudden now, the C word, like this new fucking thing, Beware of the C word. It's going to come get you.
Word is also,
yeah.
And you can't use the K word.
What about a peacock? Can I use a peacock? Am I okay with that? Can I peacock? Can I pee and cock at the same time? And watch my wrestling? Hold on, here we go. Can I pee and cock at the same time and watch the wrestling? Can I do that? I bet you I can't.
So I quoted one of the the Russians guys keep coming in here
Oh Jesus!
calling you the F word.
Can I
He's
do
calling
this?
he's calling you the F word.
What? Like I give a shit. I mean, when I go in the toilet, I'll give a shit about it. Not right now.
I
There's
had to
my
look
there's
that
my
up.
message. There's my message. When I go
Right.
to the toilet, I'll give a shit.
So
Duroc.
this is right. So we have this in the UK, right? This is a delicacy, and I'm going to send this in because I'm not saying it on here because
Yeah.
I
obviously
like to
people
look at
take
that stuff.
no, because people take it the wrong way and all that stuff. But you'll see what I mean.
Hold on.
by
I don't mean to
the
cut
word.
you off, but this
Yeah.
is for the guy, for the Russian guy here.
Yeah.
This is for the Russian guy. Are you watching?
That oatmeal.
How this is my favorite Mallory's M's oatmeal.
Here we go. I'll send it to Kate
yeah,
as
I see
well
it.
on her thing.
I see it.
And
I see it.
and that's what like you can't even say that even though it's a food.
Oh yeah. But you can't say it because it's being presented. It means the other thing.
Yeah.
You can even use the word Q. I mean, I don't mean like, I mean, yes, you can use the letter Q, but there's something associated with the letter Q, you know.
Yeah, it means happy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but I can't say it here, but the dish definitely is there. It starts by F and it ends by S. So you guys can figure out what it is. It begins with the F and ends with the
I know
S.
what that is.
And I used to love eating those and stuff and all that when I used to eat meats and stuff. And because
Oh, you
all
can't
it
say
is,
that word?
Huh?
Can't say that word online anymore?
No, you can't even say that word now.
It's beef.
You know what's funny?
Well, it's pork and beef, depends.
Yeah.
When I had Pickle Ninja here, he was in disbelief. He couldn't believe what's going on this
When's
platform.
he coming back?
I know. I have to talk to him. I haven't seen him
He
in
was
a
in the
while.
comments earlier.
Or he was. Yeah, I gotta
Yeah.
Yeah,
talk
he
to him.
said take that bar
Take that-
off from my
Please don't.
name so you can see the person.
Oh yeah.
Right, here, Brendan, I've sent it you to your link as well. And you can't even say that because it's actually a traditional dish food stuff we have in the UK.
I mean,
And I said to this American woman the other day about it. I said, "Have you ever tried this? The F word and all that, or the food, the F food?" And she goes, "You can't say that." I said, "What do you mean? That's a UK dish."
so what should I
Is that-
call it? This effing dish is so effing
Yeah,
good.
effing dish is actually effing delicious.
That's that you can say that word. Oh wait,
Well, no, you can't because of the word in it, the F
Hey,
word.
but in the '80s they used that word all the time. They use that word all the time. I mean, Guns N' Roses lyrics use that word. Like you ever, dude,
the
Guns
Queen
N' Roses.
uses it.
Fuck. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
The
Well,
Queen
later they
uses
were
this
Tuesdays.
word.
This shows you how different it was back in the '80s and '90s in comparison to today. It's like a different planet. Like '80s and '90s was like a different planet, man. This is some bizarre, like some kind of strange Twilight Zone, the Outer Limits or some shit. I don't know what the fuck is this, bro.
It's what you call political correctness nowadays.
Yeah.
You've got to be absolutely right. If you say the wrong word, then that's it. Your career's fucked, pretty much.
This is why I would like to have a Russell Brand, dude. Russell Brand, I watch him all the time. He's way better than Joe Rogan, man.
Oh,
That's
I
why
watch him as well.
Russell Brand, he's like he talks about these things, and he says, "What happened here?" Like look, I'm not trying to piss on anyone's whatever yard
Pussy
about their
flaps.
pussy flaps, but what happened here? Like, how did we go from this to that? Like, something happened here, and then he's just like us. He's trying to figure this out. Like, what the heck's going on? Like, what happened to people? Like, this is not. I mean, because it's unknown. It's almost like we're still studying this phenomenon, and we don't know what the hell it is. But it's getting worse. Like, it's not like we're studying it like a scientist, but we don't know what the hell this is. It's getting worse and worse each year. You know.
And we don't even have the rules set out what you can and what you can't say, especially
Exactly.
on YouTube and all that.
And even with the Joe Rogan's defense, even though, like I said, I have my own beef with Joe, but he should be able to have a doctor say what he wants to say. He's a doctor, no different than any other doctor. Okay, why can't we hear a difference of opinion from a different doctor? Why?
Unless it's Doctor Who.
Exactly. Now, if you can hear someone else's opinion from another doctor, that means that we're living in a THX kind of a movie where they're burning books and shit like that. Like, Rubber the Wall movie. It's straight out of fucking THX. Now people can say, what is a THX? Is that the thing that George Lucas has for the movies? Yes. But before he used that shit, he had a movie called the THX. That shows you how far I go back. Instead of these Pornhub watchers and what you call it. I don't even know what words to use for these clowns.
It's more like Orwellian style thing kicking into it.
Yeah. It is. It is. Like that movie with Christian Bale. You ever seen that movie, Equilibrium? Like, everyone has to be equally the same. Like, you have to think like me. You can't get emotionally involved with anything. You can't have any, attachment to anything. You can't love. Okay, if you can't love and if you can't marry, then how are you going to produce kids? Like, how are we supposed to live like this? You can't have a difference of opinion. You can't have any pets. And that's where we're going. That movie, it's a horror movie, actually. It's not an action movie. I know it came out around the same time the Matrix came out, and sure, there's a plenty of action in that movie. But if you haven't seen the Equilibrium, it's really equal to a horror movie, like a terrifying horror movie. That movie scares the shit out of me right now. I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, have you seen it, Q?
What?
Equilibrium?
Yeah, I don't want to see that again. No, I don't want to see that again.
Oh, Christian Bale, yeah.
Christian Bale?
That's crazy. That is the most craziest movie I've seen.
Yeah, that shit is...
Actually, what everyone should read is, 1984. I don't know if you've heard of it, George Orwell's 1984. It's about a dystopian world where the government controls everything. And
I saw that movie.
I saw that movie. That was depressing, man.
Yeah.
But we're going that way, honestly. We're going in that direction right now. We're going straight up in that direction, man. And it's scary. Scary as hell, man.
Everybody has Amazon. That's what we're going to.
And then this friend of mine says, oh, they won't get rid of the money and all that. What do you think they're doing? They're getting rid of the money slowly, but they're not going to do it straight away. Cause it's too affecting of it. But as soon as they do it, then they can actually have more control of digital currencies.
Yeah, digital currency, like a Bitcoin.
Yeah,
like Bitcoin.
You can't control Bitcoins. It's like stock. Goes up and down. You can't control it. It's black markets. It's runes kits. It's gonna... Oh, that's going to be bad.
Yeah,
all of this...
Everyone's on credit cards now and debit cards, so we're using it all the time. We don't use cash no more.
You know what? All of this is leading to one thing.
Yeah.
The NWO.
Oh.
New World Order, man. This is all leading to one thing, But I have a feeling that it's not going according to plan.
Especially for them.
Yeah. I think they're struggling. That's why they're so desperate, man. That's why all of this is happening, because they're so goddamn desperate.
There's a power struggle.
Yeah, they're struggling. Because they didn't count on the internet and how much internet is going to change everything. And it's hard to control the internet, right? Because, it's like you pull one weed out, another one grows, right? You pull one mushrooms, another one grows out. It's hard to keep up with that shit, right? You got 8.4 billion people on the planet. How are you going to keep up? You can't keep up. That's talking rationally. So all of this is leading to that one trajectory. And that trajectory is NWO, which is a New World Order, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Government for every country.
Yeah, go ahead, Moneypenny. You gonna say something?
Oh, about
anything.
I was gonna say.
Moneypenny, about the Golden Goose, 007.
No.
Anything you want to say? How you feel about the world and?
Oh, about the world. I just
Yeah.
feel like the world is going a certain way, and I don't think it's going to, end very well. Let's put it that way. It's
Well,
going to be
Moneypenny, don't worry. The world is not enough for us because we got plenty of time in the world.
And I think in 2030 they said an asteroid's coming close to us. They reckon it's going to hit us, but I don't know.
I don't know, man. I know this is gonna sound very selfish, but I'm just saying this as a joke. Okay, all the babushkas out there, I'm joking. It's a comedy. But there was a satire. But there's times like even today, me having to do this emergency podcast because of the lunacy out there. There's part of me where I'm like, man, I know there's some good people out there. I know. But damn it, if it does come, we had it coming. It's a due date. I mean, we had plenty of chances here on this planet, and we fucked it up, man. We totally fucked it up. We had our goddamn chance. We just fucked it up time and time and time again. I have a feeling somebody's out there is looking out for us, man. Someone really wants us to change, but I think they're losing hope. Man. Whatever out there, they're losing damn hope, man. I know there's good people. But man, they're losing hope on us. You know what I mean, guys?
I don't have faith in humanity, to be honest, because there's too many people who are greedy, selfish, ignorant, self-centered, all about the money,
shit,
yeah. And not worried about the disabled people or people
making
in
fun of
general.
disabled people, right, and all that shit.
The government here wants to cut SSI.
It's crazy. It's a lunacy.
That's what me and Tony get probably.
Yeah, that helps us to survive.
I get
Without
that,
it,
yeah.
we'd be probably pretty much dead.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder if basically these people would think it'd be better off if we weren't here. And that's putting it like that way.
Save the money.
I'm sure. I if they could, they would. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
In a legal, humane way, I think they would, if they could. Trust me. There's some evil people out there. Yeah, there's some evil people out there. Believe me, they do exist, guys. I've been around the world. I've seen it. I've been approached by some of them. They do exist. They have no.
Like that.
They have no feelings. They have nothing. Zero. Zilts. Nada. The only thing they have, like a reptilian, cold blood. They're just thinking about themselves and their own title. They're imagining themselves and the statues of themselves. How people will remember me. They do exist. Unfortunately, they're out there.
Yeah. And I said to this guy the other day, I said, what do you want us to do then? What do you want us all disabled and in a concentration camp?
Exactly.
Like fire and stuff and take us all out? Because I said it's the way it seems. I feel like that's the way they are trying to portray us as disabled people. Like they don't give a shit to help us out.
I mean, there's
a lot of people. There is a lot of people, though. Just let me say that. But there is a lot of good people out there that are doing their job and saying, "Yeah, we're contributing to helping the disabled." Fantastic, great. We love you guys and girls that do that. But there's that small percentage that are just saying, "Well, we don't care if the disabled have it or not."
When I heard this and when Brendan told me about this and did a video, I'm like, wow, did we just go down to the abyss of the lowest? Like, did we just hit like the lowest bottom pit possible? And I said, wow, we really did. And part of me hopes. I always like to believe that that there's positive, good people out there, and they are. But the problem with the good, positive people is they're always quiet. They're scared. They're quiet. They don't want to get involved. They don't want to say, and that's the problem too. That's another problem, that they're scared. They want to get in. You have to get involved. You have to think about the future, man. What kind of future do you want your children to be in? You got to say something. The hell with your job. The hell with your freaking mortgage and this shit. Sometimes you got to say it. You got to say it. Oh, this is wrong. I'm against this. This is bullshit. I will not stand for this. This goes against everything my ancestors, bled and died for. And I will not freaking go down with this shit. I will die with some honors and respect and dignity. So be it. That's what's missing right now. You don't see that anymore.
No.
You don't see that. Everybody's just, oh, don't mention me. Oh, oh no, I don't want to lose my, what I have. Oh, like, again, generation of, I don't know, wuss, scared. Generation of can I say it? Generations of pussies, I guess. I don't know how else to call it. Really. It is.
Yeah.
It's sad, Brian. It's fucking sad.
Yeah.
And the reason I wanted to do this podcast and to do this, it's really when people watch this, they will. I know they're gonna watch this, rewatch it, and I don't know how many times. And these podcasts, these podcasts, they have a life of its own. If they don't see it today, they might see it 5 years from now or 6 years from now, whenever they find it when they're searching. And people who are watching this 5 years from now and 10 years from now, I hope that we don't lose our basic human qualities, which are we respect each other, we condemn any violence, we don't tolerate discrimination, we don't tolerate hatred. We're all human beings, regardless of our skin color, who we are, our disabilities, how we look, how we talk. We're all treated with the utmost respect, as we should.
All gender.
All genders.
Well.
Everybody.
All genders,
everybody. Yeah. Everybody has to be treated equally.
Yeah.
I don't care what your sex is, this and that. Doesn't matter. We're all treated equally as a human. Humans. And that's the golden rule. That's the universal. That should be a universal law. I don't care which continent you're in. Here, there, Africa, Australia, Asia. I don't care. Latin America, North America. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This is a universal law. We all have to respect everyone's gender, everyone's disabilities. We have to respect humans as humans. Okay? Because if we don't do that, then how could I call myself a human? Then I'm ashamed to be a human. If people out there in big numbers are mocking somebody who's disabled, then I'm ashamed to be a human. Then maybe I should have been I don't know, a cockroach or alligator or a lion or whatever. Or Sasquatch, please. I would have been felt much better being a Sasquatch. I think they have more respect towards nature, probably respect within each other than we do, And I'm just so disappointed what I have seen today. This has nothing to do with me. People who are watching this, I have a thick skin. You can call me names all day. You've been calling me names for 10 years. It doesn't bother my ass unless you're gonna talk to me face to face. Then we'll get down and dirty. But I really don't care what people say. Doesn't bother me. But it bothers me when they're attacking my friends. And just so happened that 3 of my friends have a disability. Moneypenny has, Moneypenny, you want to talk about it? You want to mention it briefly?
Oh, I have like depression and anxiety, agoraphobia. Like I kind of failed my exams at school because I kind of had a panic attack in the middle of one of them. That kind of thing. So.
It's a disability. Disability means you can't function to do the task that's required of you at the job to do the job. Certain jobs requires focus.
And you've got to be able to get a job first. Who's going to hire someone that's got
nobody's going to, no one's going to take that risk. And then we all know about Tony's issue with the heart. He was born with that problem, had the surgery, barely made it. Thank God he made it, thanks to that doctor, that physician. And of course, Brendan has its own disability, So, me personally, I don't have any disabilities, thank God. But I understand that you don't get to choose who you're gonna be in this life when you're born. You know, like I said, none of us have a choice when we're born. This is the roll of a dice you were given by the universe. Some people are born with two heads. Some people are born with one leg or two or no legs. There's all kinds of things out there. Some people are born with one eye or no eye, and they don't know what it's like to see. They just know what it's like to be in this darkness. But they can sense things. You know, some people are born with one eye. I've seen that. And they're just looking things from one eye. But that's all they know. So we're all different. Okay? And we need to be a better human beings. You know, this is unacceptable. And the YouTube shouldn't accept this. People who are watching these YouTube videos, if you see some vile shit like that, somebody discriminating somebody else, it takes you less than half a second to report that individual. So that way they can take care of it. You know, the Google and others can track this person's IP.
Harassment and bullying.
They can track his IP address and other things, and they can find out who this individual really is and how many of them they're associated. They're doing this kind of nonsense. So do your part. Do your part, and report this kind of shit. Because if you don't, and if you're just sitting there and laughing about it, so what does this say about you as a person? Then you're the same as the others that they're doing this shit. Exactly. You know. So I just hope that people will report these individuals who do that kind of shit. We have to send a strong message out there and let everybody know that this kind of shit will not stand, and it will not be tolerated. Okay, discrimination against somebody who not at their fault. It's not their fault. Are disabled and now they're being discriminated. That kind of shit. It makes me angry. And you saw like how angry I was. That was not an act. That was really me being angry, because it ranges me. It makes me very angry that we have dropped ourselves to this kind of a level as humans. You know, it ain't fucking right. It's not right. I will never tolerate this. I don't care who you are, what your title is, from which planet you come from. I will not tolerate that kind of talk. I will not tolerate that kind of discrimination. You know, against anybody. No human should have to put up with that kind of, disgraceful talk. You know, and it ain't right. You know, I don't know if you guys want to say a few words before we wrap it up. You know.
You go first if you want, Katie.
It's just, I just think it's, hopefully, we find like a way that we don't have to put up for these idiots anymore, whether that's, just removing their comments or, because the ideal medium is just to have a channel that's just full of positivity, and anytime I don't see any positivity, it just makes me feel a bit sick, really.
Yeah, absolutely. It gives you the anxiety too, which we don't want that.
Yeah.
And
Totally
that's why I'm all about positivity. That's why I'm role playing as 007. She's Moneypenny. You're the
We do it
008.
for the entertainment purpose.
For the entertainment,
and
and to be funny, to send put some smile on people's faces, to make people feel good.
Marco, he's a,
Marco, yeah,
whenever he comes
I like Marco. He's a good guy.
And hopefully,
likes your impressions.
Hopefully this will be the last time I have to address this, this wild nonsense, craziness. And hopefully people will look at this and take it seriously, that cyberbullying, it's a crime, it's against the law, and should be taken seriously. And people who participate with it can also be accomplice to it. If you participate to it, well, guess what? You're accomplice to it. You're okay with it. You play along with it. So you're as guilty as they are. You know, speaking of cyberbullying, there's a video game that I was playing called, which I rented this game. It was
Lost
a
Judgment.
Lost Judgment. Yeah, thank you, Moneypenny. Lost Judgment. And the Lost Judgment deals about cyberbullying and how it affects people, committing suicides, doing other things. It's a serious, serious, serious crime. And it's against the law. I want, I want people to really get this into their heads. It's against the law. You will be caught, you will be prosecuted, and depending on the judge, you will spend time in jail. It's a serious, serious offense. That's what I'm trying to bring the awareness to these idiots out there who think this is fun and games. It's not fun and games. It's a serious, serious problem. You see it on the news, you watch it, you can Google it. It's a serious offense. Because your actions can drive somebody to commit suicide, can drive somebody to do something crazy. So it's a serious, serious crime and shouldn't be tolerated. And people who are participating in this kind of nonsense, you're as guilty as they are. So I hope that people will learn something from this podcast. This 2 hours that we did,
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say myself exactly the same. Like, obviously, me, I've got a thick skin, so I don't give a shit about myself. But if there's other people out there who has depression and anxiety, and someone could say something to them, they could flip, and then they could end up harming themselves or harming someone else because of their actions, because of what they put on there.
Exactly. And I hope that YouTube will actually put this video out there for people to see, because this concerns them as well. And I know what their stance is. They're law abiding. They go everything by the law, and I know they will not tolerate. And I just hope that they will try to figure out a way to stop these lunatics from creating these disposable emails. YouTube, you have a part in this to play as well. You can put a stop to this by not giving the opportunity to these clowns to create these bogus emails and these bogus fake accounts. I shouldn't be able to have 20, 30 freaking channels. I shouldn't be able to do that. I shouldn't be able to do that. Why am I being able to do that? That shouldn't be allowed. You could put a stop to this, and you should put a stop to this, because this is affecting young people. Did you look at the suicide rates? How bad it is? Where do you think that's coming from? Social media. You guys, the big tech. That's why you're sitting in front of a Congress. You have a congressional hearing. The congressmen are asking, hey, why can't you put a stop to this? Why can't you filter this? They're asking Facebook, they're asking Google, they're asking Twitter. You have the power to control this, to put a stop to this. Why aren't you doing anything about it? Well, we all know why, because they want the traffic, they want money.
Traffic makes money.
So, but again, forget about the business and big tech. We as people, we're obligated when we see shit like this to report this kind of shit. Yeah. When you see something, say something. Like most of my friends who are law enforcement, who are deputies, they tell me, you see something, say something. We cannot read people's mind. You see something, say something. You can be anonymous, say something. So if I see something on a YouTube and someone's being harassed, I'm reporting that person immediately. That's it. It's like that video, that live monkey being, animal cruelty. I'm reporting this shit immediately.
It's still on stupid YouTube.
So we have a responsibility. We as humans, we as people, good individuals, hardworking, good individuals. We have responsibility. When we see shit like this, when we see these clowns, we have a responsibility to address them immediately and deal with them immediately. I can't do this by myself, alone. We all have a part to play in this shit. Because it could be your daughter that might be dealing with this shit 10 years from now or 15 years from now. Because this bullying shit's being turned the blind eye on. People are turning the fucking blind eye on it.
Yeah.
This will affect all of us in the future. This can be the new normal. Okay?
I know.
I will not tolerate it as being a new normal. You know what I mean? So anything else you want to say? And I'll let you finish, Tony. Anything you want to say, Brendan? Your thoughts before we wrap it up?
This podcast, I hope it shows you positive not to do this anymore. If you do see somebody acting wrong, report it, and go up to the person and talk to them and have give them help. Give them cushions. They're not alone in this world. If somebody's going crazy, having mental issues, help them. Don't be negative and write stupid comments, and be friends. We all have problems, and that's why all three of these guys are my best friends. And
thank you,
Moneypenny.
Yeah. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she lovely?
Yeah, she's amazing.
And worth every penny. Pound to
worth every penny.
That's why I go to these guys and I talk to them before I do something stupid.
Yeah, you guys are my family, man. I consider you family. You are family. And when people talk bad things about you, it's like they're talking bad things about me. It's like they're spitting in my face. It's the same way, And that's why I will always be there for my friends. Through thick and thin, through and through. I don't care if it's a Godzilla versus King Kong fighting outside. I will always be there for you guys, no matter what. Because I value our friendship. I value what I have here with you guys, and that's why I did this podcast today,
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else you want to say, Tony, before we wrap it up?
Well, I was going to say to Brendan, was that actually blue Pepsi he was drinking a few minutes ago?
Is it? Oh, Fanta.
Fanta. Nice.
Fanta.
But yeah, like
Berry.
Berry,
Nice.
is it? Because
Nice.
I know they do, is it blue Pepsi apparently over in America, and I've not had it over here, so I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they
have to
got
order
that
some.
one.
I want that.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to order some. I don't know if you can get on Amazon or not, but
Look
I
at
think
America is stopping making this. Big Blue
yeah.
is big in Florida,
Yeah,
and Big Red here. You gotta
Big
get
Red,
that.
sure.
It tastes like bubblegum.
yeah.
Jesus.
I'll bring it tomorrow on the live stream, and we'll
that's
we'll
cool,
drink
man.
it. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll talk to you guys tonight. What I'm gonna do tomorrow for a live stream. I got some ideas. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm also trying to do some videos to review all of the Bond movies. I want to review every single one of them.
Oh, same man.
Put them together. Talk about the quality and all that. So I'm gonna try to do that in the future. But I have some ideas. But we'll keep in touch as we always do through our our secret MI6 outlets. We'll talk about it. And I'm glad that we had this podcast and this meeting. Hopefully, people will look at this in a positive light. I apologize to everybody if maybe me being angry, yelling, screaming, might have turned some of you off. But you have to understand, I have very strong feelings about this. I try to keep myself contained. I try not to let that beast come out of me. But,
Caged it.
Yeah, caged in. I try to, keep it in. Like the guy in the Split. I try to keep him contained. And this is a brand new me this year, 2022. I also know the way I talk sometimes can, if I raise my voice, if I bring my voice down a little bit, I understand all of that. But when I see stuff like this, I have a very strong feelings about it, and that's why it came out the way it came out. Because I had a hard time grasping with the fact that we have hit this low, this very low, that people actually gonna discriminate somebody because at no fault of their own, being born that way with that condition, they're gonna discriminate them. That's
Yeah.
where it made me angry. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but other than that, is there anything else you wanna plug in, Tony?
Right, yeah, just two last things. One, I've got a movie review coming up of Starman to do a movie review. I watched that yesterday in big screen. Absolutely
Perfect.
amazing film. And also, I want a final word basically on people who are suffering with anxiety and depression. There's people out there, what they call them, Samaritans, that they can get in touch with if they find they're not well or about to do something to themselves or harm themselves in any way. So they can get in touch with them and they can talk to them and all that if they need help. Or if they want to contact any of you guys or me guys here and all that, I'm always around on my YouTube channel. Yeah, Mr. 4K is here as well. And we've got Brendan and Katie here as well and all that. So we're
I'm
always there
glad
for
you
you guys.
mentioned it. I'm so glad you mentioned it. Like, guys, I'm always available if you truly are suffering. Now, if you're being a clown and you're pretending that you're suffering, well, then, I'm not going to deal with that. But if you're truly somebody who has problems and suffering, you can always come here. You can always come here, talk about it, come on the podcast. I'll listen to you. We'll talk to you. Of course, we're not certified PhD this or PhD that, but we understand these symptoms. We know how difficult it is to live with these symptoms. We know how hard it is having panic attacks and anxiety, not being able to catch a breath. We know what it feels like.
Yeah.
We know, I understand it. We understand it. And if you guys feel comfortable talking about it, you can always come in and come in here, hang out with us and talk about it. Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Instead of
good
going,
to talk.
yeah, instead of them going to like a betterhelp.com where they got to pay thousands of dollars just to get
Yikes.
yeah, like just to look at you, to look at your situation, like $700, or you have to pay 1,000 in advance just to look at you, look at your case.
Yeah. But you think if you've ever got depression, you think you get it for free, but unfortunately you don't.
Well, here, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but here in this country, it's all about the profit. If I can profit from it, I'll help you. If I cannot profit from it, I'm not going to help you. But again, there's good Samaritans, like you said, like me, you, Moneypenny, Q, and there's some others. There's some other people out there.
A lot of outlets on numbers.
Yeah.
They can find them in their areas.
Yeah. Emma is good. I know Emma, and she's a good Samaritan. She's been through some stuff in her life, but she's doing better. And we all understand these situations and what it's like to go through them. That's why I brought her on to talk about her, doing the paintings and stuff like that. That helped her move in a more positive direction in her life. Because she was dealing with her health issues and problems. Depressions and other stuff. So I like to bring people who actually are comfortable talking about it. I will never bring somebody here if they're not comfortable about talking what they want to talk about, what's inside of them. So yeah. So yeah, guys, I don't nothing else I can say other than just be respectful, be positive, and treat other people as you would treat your own sons and your own daughters.
Or your mums and dads.
Or your mums and dads.
Yeah.
Okay? Think about that. When you're approaching somebody, that's somebody's daughter, that's somebody's son, that's somebody's nephew, that's somebody's niece. You got to get that in the back of your head. Let me be respectful. Let me not have this knee-jerk reaction right away, because we all know where that leads to. Let's think about this. Let's calm down. Let's lower our temperature, and let's see what we can do. The most important thing is to listen. Listen to what the person's saying to you. Don't interrupt them. Just listen, and then register what the person is saying to you. All right, guys. Unfortunately, I got to get going. I'll keep in touch with you. And tomorrow, we're going to obviously have a live stream. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but I will let you know for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
You always stay safe and all of that.
thank you. Thank you,
And keep
Moneypenny.
positivity.
Thank you, Tony. Stay positive. Thank you,
Brandon,
Brendan,
Katie, Mr.
Katie,
4K.
everybody. Yeah, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
Yeah, you always stay safe. Catch
Always
you.
a pleasure.
He's safe.
Yeah.
You safe.
Be safe as well.